Hi, my name is Simon Snowder and this is the monthly recap for October, where I will share with you the highlights of the month. So what happened? A lot of things happened, so let's start with OPEC. OPEC Plus, which is OPEC plus other countries like Russia, made together an agreement that they will cut the supply of oil. So that will mean that most likely they will influence the oil price and the oil price will go up. Now this has infuriated the US, in particular the Joe Biden administration, because there is midterms elections for the Senate and the Congress going on soon in the US. And for the past 3 months, the oil price have been going down in the US and now they will probably go up. And this might infuriate consumers, and consumers are in the end voters. So the US administration has and the media has shown their displeasure with the UAE and the Saudi government for making that decision, because they are blaming them for not supporting the US. And on the other hand, the US is also not very reflective, because Saudi and UAE are saying that they are just doing what they need to do, and that the US themselves have also been able to influence the oil prices themselves, and they have not been doing that in the past period to reduce it further down. On the pound, we're seeing a very interesting development, because this year the pound has not shown that much movement until the new government came in. Lix Truss came in 45 days ago, and then she started, and then she immediately announced a mini budget, which are tax cuts for corporate companies and for individuals, and that have offset the financial markets. So what happened was that the pound declined a lot, and when the pound declined a lot of people got angry, and this had a lot of displeasure on the financial markets and in general in the country. So she has resigned. So Liz Truss is not the Prime Minister of the UK anymore. Since the past, let's say mid-October, the pound has been recovering again, but what we're seeing now is a further recovering upwards. What we also see is there's high inflation still in many countries worldwide. Some have single digit, some have double digit, and we're also seeing that the S&P 500, which is the most important index in the US, the 500 biggest listed companies in the US, what happened in the first 2 days is that they were rallying, and this rally did not continue for the rest of October. So October doesn't seem to be the month this year that the stock market will recover. The recovery is still not there. It's still a declining year, 2022, for the stock market till date. And we also see that a very big investment came in for MinePlex. They have a $100 million. They have an investment. They raised that money, and MinePlex is also going to be mentioned later in this monthly recap. About my own content, I did a webinar together with Rishi Taylor, who is the head of advisory firm of Maddox Gallery. Maddox Gallery. They sell and buy art. So we had a webinar about art investments and why this is such a strong asset class, especially during the recession and also market declines. So it's a very interesting one. You should watch it if you have not seen it. Also, I want to announce a new webinar with, guess who? MinePlex. So together with MinePlex, we will talk about crypto, blockchain, about what's happening between those two industries. And I'm very excited because I did last year with MinePlex also a crypto webinar. It was very popular, and now you guys see that because they raised $100 million, that they were just a very good partner to discuss this topic with. So I'm congratulating them, and I'm very happy to do that with them to further collaborate on sharing good information with you. Also, I have released a podcast with Bilal Alavi, who works for Visa. He's the head of this region, and what we talked about is digital payments. So digital payments is something that I think we can all learn more about. So you can check out the podcast, and also I'm also going to release a new podcast with Richard Alexander, who is the co-founder of Vita Virtues, which is an insurtech company. So we will talk about insurtech and also about his process and growth in business. So this was the most important news in October. My name is Simon Snowder. I hope you liked it. Goodbye.